Hi class. Do you ever think that sometimes when we're trying to prepare our students for tests, we might be focusing on the standards and demands that they're supposed to be meeting instead of actual test-taking strategies? In this chapter, in Developing Readers and Writers, pages 196 through 200, it talks about 3 types of studying or test-taking strategies. First type is general, and this includes teaching your students to survey the test, estimate its difficulty, and the plan time for each section. Read each direction or question carefully. Make sure they look for keywords such as always, never, or must. This also talks about answering every required question and making sure your students don't spend too much time on one question. In this general section, it also talks about preparing your students with either having a snack during the test or water for their nutrition. Sometimes I think as test takers, they can become really anxious, and so another great strategy is for them to take deep breaths in between each question. On to the second one, objective tests. Objective test-taking strategies include answering the easiest question first, maybe going back to the ones that are hard. Looking for the most correct answer when 2 items seem to be similar. Rephrasing questions if you don't understand them. Changing your answers only if you misunderstood the question. Don't have your students second guess themselves. Make sure they do not. Also, shuttle among the passage, the question, and the choices. Make sure you fully read everything before you try to pick an answer. The third strategy is essay tests, and this includes creating a brief outline before you write your essay so that you can put the pieces together in a better way, including information that you only believe is correct. And plan your time for each question and stick to that schedule so that you don't cut yourself short or you don't finish your essay. Include topic sentence and supporting details in each paragraph. Also, proofreading your writing. Making grammatical errors can also make you lose points and affect your grade. When it comes to question-answer relationships, lead your students to determine where to find the answers, such as the answer to this question can be found in your book, or the answer to this question can be found in study packet page 7. At the end of test taking, make sure you go over the test. Once you've got all the scores for your students, make sure you go over the test and with the whole class in a group discussion, talk about the answers and maybe try to understand why your students got the answers that they did, and maybe why they answered them the way they did. Another part is managing their resources. Students need to understand that if they're having trouble learning something, they need to seek help when it's needed. They need to maintain a routine and develop good study habits. They need to set goals so that they can meet those and they can hold themselves to high standards. Also, I think it's good that they learn to get along with others, because sometimes you're required to work in groups collaboratively or on a team, and you need to learn to be a leader in the group, and that means everyone needs to be a leader so that they fully understand everything they're learning before you might take a test. And really, the end of this chapter, or this page, it talks about making sure that your parents are also involved. So, send home study packets to the parents. Make sure they know what their kid's learning. That way, the parents and the students can work together to prepare for the test. If you give your students all this information, they should feel confident and have positive thoughts when they go into their test. You won't be giving them anything blindsidedly, and they will fully understand all that is expected of them. Thank you, guys.